Welcome to NBA Basketball. This is 2K Sports bringing it to you live. Friday Hoops Fest coming up next. It'll be Kevin Love and the Minnesota Timberwolves facing off against the Cleveland Cavaliers. And that's all from the studio. I'll be back soon with the HP Halftime Report, but now I'll toss it over to Kevin Harlan and the rest of the crew.
It's the home of the Cavaliers here in Cleveland, Ohio, as we bring you an interconference match here at the Quicken Loans Arena. Kevin Harlan here, joining me, Steve Kerr, Clark Kellogg, and the entire 2K Sports crew. Let's take a look at our starters for Minnesota, all presented by State Farm. Beasley plays the three with Love and Darko rounding out the front court. Johnson out there with Ricky Rubio. And for Cleveland, Jamison and Varejao in the middle. Then there's Caspi, then there's Ramon Sessions, and it's Irving at the point.
Well, I may be biased, but I think the Timberwolves are a team that shouldn't be shy with their three-point shot. Last year they were 10th in the league in attempts, but tied for 5th in the NBA in three-point percentage, almost 38%.
Well, and Steve, you mentioned the Timberwolves' hot three-point shooting last season. Something to hang your head on. People might not realize it, but Clark, they have shooters up and down that roster.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, Luke Ridnour shot a career-high 44% from three-point range, and two big men. I mean, Kevin Love and Anthony Tolliver. Both of them could knock down the threes, so that ended up being a pretty good weapon for them as far as what they did offensively.
Sessions against Johnson. Reverses. He lays it in.
What a move. He saw a window on the other side of the rim and whipped it around for the immaculate reverse.
Rubio dishes to Beasley. Stolen by Jamison.
Man, I like the aggressiveness defensively, forcing that mistake.
Caspi for three. Cavaliers on D. He kicks it to Milicic. The dish to Rubio. It's a look, and that one's good.
Boy, they are locked and loaded early. 3 for 3.
And Cleveland has possession. It's a three-point game. Now let's go over to Doris Burke, who had a chance to talk with head coach Byron Scott.
Basically, Kevin, limiting second chance opportunities is job number one for them in his mind. He talked about the importance of boxing out, making sure that missed shots don't turn into points because of a botched assignment. You've got to be on point in your defensive assignments, Kevin.
Much appreciated, Doris. Thank you. So, Clark, what does that mean if your man is doing a better job cleaning the paint?
Kevin, that basically means you're being out-positioned and out-physicaled and out-hustled, period.
This looks like a three-point contest out there, guys.
Yeah, you would fit right in, partner. I mean, you hit one on us, we'll hit one on you. A terrific battle going on here. You know, like most coaches, Byron Scott can be a bit of a taskmaster, but he doesn't micromanage a team, and players will have a fair amount of freedom in how they play under his leadership.
Out of bounds, and they'll keep possession. A different look for Cleveland. Hollins is checked in, and Anthony Parker is subbed in for Sessions. The Timberwolves also changing it up. Pekovic comes in for Darko Milicic, and Ellington is subbed in for Wesley Johnson. Here's Irving, and it's rejected. Clark, back to what you said about Coach Byron Scott. I think the players like the freedom they are allowed. Steve, I'm sure as a player you like that.
Well, every player wants to know that he can miss a shot or make a mistake and not get pulled from the game. And I think as long as there's an understanding between the coach and the player about what's expected of you, then that's fair. And you just adapt to whoever the coach is at that point.
Here is Love. Antoine Jamison picking up that last bucket. 6 to shoot. That's good. 8 points for Love.
That offense just keeps on clicking.
It sure does, Clark. They're getting high percentage looks and really taking advantage here.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Cavaliers.
It was inevitable that it would be a struggle for the Cavs last year, guys. I still don't think anybody saw what was coming with them out west.
Here's what Minnesota's going with right now. Webster comes in for Michael Beasley. And Luke Ridnour is subbed in for Ricky Rubio. Here's Irving. Goes up off the inbound. He lays it in with a soft touch. We talk about the Cavs, Clark, and out west against the Western Conference. Just 4 wins in 30 games. Steve, that was the worst total in the league.
Yeah, and they actually got swept in their 10 games against the Northwest Division. So they knew it would be rough without LeBron, but they're on the move. They've got a couple of high draft picks to work with. They're trying to restock their talent base, and I think Cleveland is going to make major improvements this year.
He's got so many ways to hurt you. I mean, he is really an offensive force out there. You know, even though it's transition, he's got the green light to fire from there if he has a good look at it.
He's guarded by Ridnow. And here is Irving. 6 on the shot clock, and Jamison backs in. Guarded now by Kevin Love. Antoine Jamison again. Jamison's got 6.
Yeah, we're now starting to see them get some high percentage shots in the paint.
Yeah, that's 5 of their last 6 buckets inside the lane, so they're getting really high percentage looks down there.
And there's the pass to Caspi. Parker left side. The jumper from the free throw line is good. Parker's got his first 2 points. Timberwolves leading by 8. Shot and game clock separated by 5. And Pekovic backs down. Unloads. And again, it's Minnesota converting.
They're really struggling defensively, giving up too many easy buckets.
And they've been on fire offensively as a result, Clark.
Here's Irving. He's guarded by Ridnow. But they recover it. Oh, we've seen some great shots. In the first quarter, no shortage of offense. Timberwolves lead by 8.
Boy, the offense has been so smooth. Everybody working together, and you can tell they're getting good shots pretty much every time down.
Yeah, they're a well-oiled machine there. I mean, they keep the ball moving, they keep themselves moving, and as a result, they're piling up the points.
Don't go away. We'll see you in a moment. And the first quarter is in the books. Second about ready to get underway. Here's Sessions. Jamison and Varejao in the middle. Daniel Gibson is out there with Ramon Sessions. And it's Iyenga in at the 3 spot. That's the group for Cleveland going right now here in the second. Gibson with it, and it's Johnson picking him up. Varejao is called for the charge. That's his first foul.
Nice job there, sliding over and taking the contact.
You know, a lot of times those kinds of plays change the momentum of the game, and even though they don't show up in the box score, they're significant plays.
From the sideline, let's catch up with Doris Burke.
Guys, Kevin Love had such a huge season last year, won the league's Most Improved Player Award, and made his first All-Star game. He attributed some of that to the confidence he got playing for Team USA in Turkey. I think we all just came into the season with a real confidence. Not that I didn't have it before, but I walked into the locker room feeling like, okay, I'm coming back with a gold medal, and I played an important part in that. Playing with those guys, even in practice throughout the whole summer, you think, okay, I can play at the top level in this league. Guys, he's proved it.
He's done a great job. Thanks, Doris.
And you heard that from a lot of the guys on that Team USA squad. It was a real confidence builder. And it's great to see the U.S. have that success internationally. And then for the players to see it carry over, that's great.
So it's Cleveland now, following the 3 by Minnesota. Inga, no good with the layup.
And Luke Ridnour quietly put together a solid season statistically for the Timberwolves. Of course, it was a very difficult year. They didn't win many games, but Ridnour was one of the lone bright spots.
Here's Webster, and there are the Timberwolves with another bucket.
He shouldn't be afraid to take that shot more often. He's solid from there.
And the Cavaliers call time here.
You got to keep everybody on the same page. They need to get their heads together. That's the goal.
Cavaliers making a switch here. Samuels checked in. The Timberwolves also changing it up. Anthony Randolph, he's checked in for Tolliver. And Ricky Rubio subbed in for Luke Ridnour. Here's Gibson. He passes to Varejao. Here's Iyenga. Here's Samuels. Releases from the wing and drills it. We talked about Ridnour. He is just what a young team can use with Clark, his ability to run an offense smoothly.
Yeah, I look at him maybe not as an elite level guard, but a really good one. It's going to help your team run better, and it's going to be positive in terms of what he brings
on the wing. And there are the Timberwolves with another bucket.
I think their only hope now, Clark, is to slow him down with a double team.
Well, they got to stop the bleeding, put the tourniquet on, and he's in tough to play straight up.
To the inside. Gibson. Shot to the night. Iyenga hits the Sessions. Gibson. That falls. Great assist by Ramon Sessions. Gibson's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Yeah, they're finding the open man. Unselfish play. I like it.
Yeah, I love it too. Teamwork in evidence. They're right on full display. A big percentage, a high percentage of their baskets have come off assists.
Well, Cleveland's season actually started out pretty well last year after losing LeBron James. They were about 500 a month into the year, but then things just went south, and they had that horrific losing streak.
Now here's Sessions. Shot clock at 6. From the arc. And Gibson nails it again from deep. Gibson's got 6 here in this quarter.
Little slow on the defensive rotation there.
Steve, going back to that streak, 26 losses in a row spanning December to February. That had to just be a death march.
Man, I'm telling you, and it wasn't like any of those losses. I mean, all those losses were nail-biters. I mean, the vast majority of those losses in that 26-game losing streak were in seed, no contest.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, the teams were just taking aim and beating them down.
And you can see the strategy has been to take the ball inside here.
That's where you get high percentage looks and draw fouls, Steve, and it's a good way to play.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. Timberwolves lead by 10. Let's go to our sideline reporter, Doris Westbrook. Doris, what do you got?
Well, guys, as you know, the Cavs made history by all the wrong reasons last year. It's something they need to learn from and build off of for the future. As Antoine Jameson said, we're in the right record books. We all know that. Something we don't want to be a part of, but you can't get back and turn back the hands of time. Sounds like they're trying to turn the page and move to a new history, guys.
Thanks as always, Doris. Cavs trying to put that streak behind them.
You know, that's the attitude you've got to take. I mean, you can't dwell on the past and keep moving on.
Here's Harris, and he makes good on the layup.
He had almost a free run to the hoop that time, Kevin. I mean, that was too easy.
Timberwolves on offense. Left side, Love. Tipped and stolen by Irving.
Good defense there. He was just waiting for that one.
And Minnesota has possession. 10-point lead. And Love backs in. Replay here. Sprite Slam Cam showing it once more.
How's that for finishing with flavor?
Absolutely fantastic.
I think he was saving that one for a special occasion.
19 seconds left now here in the Second. Pulls from the top of the key, and there's another one for the Cavaliers. Here is Rubio. He's got 9. That will count. Incredible shot to beat the buzzer.
Boy, that is such a huge play. I mean, a lot of guys would run at that and throw off their mechanics, but he was textbook perfect.
He sure was. Took his time and just a gorgeous last-second release.
That'll do it for the first half.
You know, Love is playing well. He has 18 points, and he's hit a trio of three-pointers to give himself 9 points from downtown.
He was doing his best to stretch this defense out, and this long-range outburst, that bodes well for this club.
But Timberwolves on top, leading by 14.
It looks like we made it to another Friday. Time now for the halftime breakdown presented by HP. The Timberwolves off to an outstanding start. You can talk about lights out shooting, but this is out of this world. They simply can't miss out there. Kevin Love not having very much difficulty against the Cavaliers. What he's been able to do from the field has been nothing short of spectacular. Only a select few players in the league can shoot the ball like that. And for the Cavaliers, it's been all hustle. Physicality taking over the game. They are muscling their way around the paint. Antoine Jamison stood out early. You have to love the way he's asserted his will on the offensive end. Thanks so much for stopping by. Now let's get you back out to the second half. So long.
Welcome back, everyone, to Quicken Loans Arena as we take a look at the beautiful view from outside high atop Cleveland, Ohio. Glistening night, beautiful night here in Ohio as we resume play.
You know, the Timberwolves were only 10-20 against the East last season. They say the West is a dominant conference, but not when you're talking about the Timberwolves. They were a tough team.
So on the floor for Minnesota, Beasley plays the 3 with Love and Darko rounding out the front court. Johnson out there with Ricky Rubio. He feeds it to Love. And it's Jamison picking him up. Stolen by Jamison. The Cavaliers trail by 14. Here's Sessions. And he finishes the break with a lay-in. Sessions got the first points to start out the third quarter for the Cavs. Well, for the Timberwolves, they've never managed 25 wins in the 4 seasons since they traded away Kevin Garnett. Steve, how long do you think it's going to take to rebuild this team?
Well, unfortunately, it looks like it's going to be a while, Kevin, because, you know, the one building block you can say they have is Kevin Love. You know, we'll see how Ricky Rubio does. We'll see if any of these young draft picks that they picked up this year can improve this team. But seems to me they're still at least a couple of years away.
Johnson outside. Backing down is Beasley. Sinks it from just inside the baseline. And the Timberwolves lead by 15. The Cavaliers on offense. Down by 15. And the Cavaliers call time here.
You know, Michael Beasley basically was given away by the Miami Heat for a second-round pick and some cap space. Pretty surprising. Former number 2 overall pick. He's an outstanding scorer.
Here's Irving. He's got 6. Kicks it to Casper. Another 3 for Cleveland. Like you're talking about Michael Beasley, the Heat traded him away so they could create space to sign Mike Miller. Steve, do you think they'll come to regret that decision?
No, I think Miami is perfectly happy with where they are going into the future. You know, remember, they traded him away to create more cap space, and that was one of the reasons they were able to get LeBron and Chris Bosh. So who knew what was going to eventually become of him? He had a great season with Minnesota, so it looks like he's going to be a very productive player during his career.
And here's Sessions, following the three-pointer by Kevin Love. Clock at 6. Sessions. It's stolen by Milicic.
Well, he's showing off his defensive instincts by making plays just like that.
Stolen away as they knock away the alley-oop attempt. Here's Varejao. Oh, that's... blocked. Timberwolves leading by 15. Three-pointer. And Beasley gets it to go on the assist from Wesley Johnson. 7 points for Beasley. Pass to Caspi. And it's Johnson picking him up. That's blocked. And they're able to recover. And Minnesota has possession. Throws it up high. Trying to go big for the alley-oop, but good defense got in the way. Pass to Sessions. Guarded now by Michael Beasley. Straight up. Shot is blocked. And here's Rubio. It's an 18-point game. Up against Varejao. There's the triple. And another three for Minnesota.
That's 9 straight points coming off 3 three-pointers. The defense just getting shelled.
Steve, the threes are killing them. I think they've got to find a way to chase them off the three-point line.
Timeout called the Cavaliers.
Well, the Timberwolves are hoping that they've found some answers at the point guard position. The veteran Luke Ridnour really played a steady role for them a year ago, but Johnny Flynn, their top draft pick in 2009, missed almost 30 games and really struggled on the court.
Looking at who's out there now for the Cavaliers. Hollins is checked in, and Manny Harris subs in for Sessions. Now here is Harris. Outside, Jamison. Guarded now by Randolph. Drills it from outside. 9 points for Jamison. For the Timberwolves, the answer to their playmaking needs, a point guard. Steve and Clark may have arrived in the form of rookie Ricky Rubio joining the team from Spain.
Well, and it's got to be a relief, Kevin, for the Minnesota fans to see the former number 5 pick in the 2009 draft finally in uniform for the Timberwolves. Scoring is still a question mark for him, but his passing, court vision, and flair, all of that is unquestioned.
There's 1:17 left in the third. Feeds it to Irving. Now Caspi. 8 points for him. 6 on the shot clock. And the basket by Harris. Harris has got his second basket of the game.
Been a little too easy for them inside, hasn't it?
Yeah, I think so, Steve. I mean, they've really dictated the action in the paint. That's been their focus, and the defense hasn't mounted much resistance at all.
Shot to stop the run. It's blocked. Ripped away. Leans from outside, and he drops that one in. He's got 5.
Well, he can squeeze himself into the box score every now and then.
Now, here is Irving. 6 points for him. 3 for Caspi, and another 3 for Cleveland.
Another open look hits bottom from outside. Yep, and that's 3 of their last 5 makes from beyond the arc. No reason not to pull up for the 3 right there.
Now, here is Irving. He's guarded by Ridnour. Jamison with a screen on Randall. 3-pointer. And Caspi hits again from deep.
He looks good, getting it done consistently from deep.
Steve, I know you love the 3-ball, and he's been sharp, kind of like Steve Kerr used to be.
He got it up. Good!
Oh, what a big shot to close out. They're going to the fourth with a little momentum now.
And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Kevin Love really has his fingerprints all over this one.
Yeah, the points have really come in bunches for him so far, and not really a surprise because you know exactly what he can do.
Well, he's been in the groove all game long, Steve, and not too many hiccups in regards to his shooting, but we also have come to expect this from him, so we're not surprised by it.
And we'll be back momentarily live from Cleveland. And now let's send it to our sideline reporter, Doris Burke, for our Sprite Spark of the game. Doris?
Thank you, Kevin. It's the Timberwolves with the spark of the game with that push we saw. With each bucket they get, they keep putting this game a little bit further out of reach. You have to be excited with how they look if you're a fan of this basketball team, guys.
Doris, thanks. That run, Clark, really propelled them.
Yeah, it sure did. I mean, it got their confidence up and gave them the kind of swagger you like to see in a team.
Yeah, it gave them the edge for sure because look at the opponent. I mean, they are kind of down on themselves right now. The body language, not where it needs to be.
Jamison Verajao in the middle. Daniel Gibson is out there with Ramon Sessions, and it's Iyenga in at the 3. So that's who's on the floor for the Cavaliers. And stolen by Love. Great shot. And again, it's Minnesota converting.
As soon as they made that steal, it was off and running.
Yep, and they acted on it, partner. That's an easy 2 points off the pilfer.
And here is Gibson. And Verajao backs down. Goes straight up. That's good from Sessions on the assist by Verajao.
You know what? That's what you like to see. A perfect pass leading him right into the shot. Didn't even have to break stride.
Pushing it up. Goes up. It's blocked. Here's Milicic. Gibson with the steal.
Boy, Kevin, you have to take better care of the ball, and they just haven't done that this half after doing a good job in the first.
It's stolen by Webster. And the dunk by Love.
Tell you what, they were in full attack mode there on that fast break.
I agree with you, Steve. I mean, they got right after it.
Here's Gibson. Sessions with it. Here's Iyenga. 5 to shoot. On its way from Gibson for 2. Gets himself open and drills it.
What an offensive display he's putting on.
And at this point, Steve, you got to put more pressure on him. Bring help and make him move the ball. Well, I think it takes a lot of guts to shoot the 3 on the fast break with a guy closing out on you.
Here's Sessions, and in he goes for the easy 2.
Guys, he's really shot the ball well. It's definitely not his fault they find themselves trailing in this one.
And the basket by Rubio.
They're in a groove now. These three-pointers just falling at will here in the second half.
Yeah, I think the defense has got major headaches because this team's just not missing.
And the Cavaliers call time here.
And I think the big question going forward for Cleveland was, what's next? How do you move on from LeBron James leaving? And the answer for the Cavaliers, they're trying to build up their young talent base. They acquired a pick from the Clippers, so they had 2 lottery picks last summer, and they're trying to get better and build with their youth.
Here's what Minnesota's going with right now. Michael Beasley, he's checked in for Webster. Johnson comes in for Wayne Ellington. And Luke Ridnour subbed in for Ricky Rubio. Got that bucket in no time at all. Yeah, that just wasn't the way to tip off the post-LeBron era, Steve. You're right with the kind of year they had. But you know what? Where they got their draft picks in the lottery, you can see they're really working to the future.
Well, they knew it was going to be extremely tough. I mean, you don't lose a transcendent player like LeBron James and expect things to be at the same level. I mean, but it was absolutely brutal. And they did find a couple. You mentioned the draft choices. So they've got some things to think about in a positive vein going forward.
Here's Harris, following the basket by Kevin Love. Blocked, and they keep possession. Minnesota calls timeout.
He's dialed in from long range. They got to stay in his hip pocket and deny him the catch.
For the Cavaliers, Antoine Jamison's checked in for Samardo Samuels. And Sessions subbed in for Manny Harris. Here is Ridnour. Love outside. with the fadeaway. That's good, and it's Ridnour picking up the assist. 35 points for Love. Now Irving. Fades. Again, the Cavaliers score.
Well, they've done a lot of their damage from mid-range here, guys. I mean, knocking down those shots with regularity.
Yeah, how about 8 of their last 10 points, guys, coming off that mid-range area jump shot. So, shows you don't have to be at the rim to score.
Here's Beasley. Antoine Jamison picking up that last bucket. And that one is good by Beasley.
And that should do it. This is an insurmountable lead.
Yep, there's too little time left, too big a deficit to overcome. This one, he is truly a special offensive talent, and he's always going to cash in on those kind of chances.
And Love backs in. Blanketed by the D. He fights to the rim for the layup. Love's got 37.
What a quarter for him. And with this lead, I mean, they might as well just ride him the rest of the night.
Here's Jamison. That falls. Great assist by Ramon Sessions. 13 points for Jamison.
That's 10 straight points on mid-range jump shots.
You know, to paraphrase a Bible verse that says love covers over a multitude of sins, good shooting does the same thing in basketball.
Whole new look on the floor for Minnesota. Here is Tolliver. And here is Webster from about 19 feet. And there are the Timberwolves with another bucket.
I think that may do it here. They're trying to put the nail in the coffin.
Well, just adding to the lead as we approach the final buzzer.
Here's Sessions, and Cleveland again with the bucket.
Now, they probably needed more of this earlier, guys. I don't think. I think there's enough time left to get back into the game.
Guys, this is really a case of too little too late, but at least it gives them something to work off of going into the next game.
Well, something you never like to see, but guys, he definitely looks hurt.
Well, you can tell he's hurting. Let's hope it's nothing major and that we see him back here soon.
Ditto to that. Injuries, unfortunately, a part of the game.
Cleveland with the ball.
That's going to do it. I don't think they have enough time here now.
This one's in the books.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. Free throw, good, Irving.
2 shots.
And so he hits both. 20 seconds left in the fourth quarter. It's been all Timberwolves. And they can just dribble the ball until the buzzer.
Yeah, exactly. They got to be happy with the outcome here.
Elated, you're right. Ellington from outside. That one goes. Count.
And that's going to do it. I mean, this thing is pretty much over. They've played well.
Well, it has been a bit anticlimactic the end of the game, but sometimes that's the way it goes.
Irving. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back.
And he responds with his own three-pointer.
Yeah, he came right back with his 3. And we're seeing a bit of gamesmanship right here, Steve.
And so it's the Timberwolves taking care of business here. Some days, Clark, everything goes right for a team, and they just had one of those games.
Yeah, it certainly was. I mean, these guys played a great all-around basketball game here.
And that about wraps it up for Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke. This is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. And now, Jordan presents our player of the game, Kevin Love.